How do you improve on the most exotic supercar on the road? If you ask Lamborghini, the answer is to give it more power, more aggressive handling, and more agile dynamics. And the result is the Aventador S.
The Lamborghini Aventador is already a legend. Following in the footsteps of the Miura, Countach, Diablo and Murcielago, the Aventador is a made member of the Italian supercar mafia. Lamborghini gave its top model a midlife update for 2017. Of course, there's an angry new front bumper that makes more downforce, as well as air intakes and wheel arches that take inspiration from the Countach.
Another change Lamborghini made was to the exhaust, developing a new system that sounds even more spectacular than the previous model. Whoa.
The cabin has an updated driver display, and there's even a new stereo with Apple CarPlay. But the most important changes are under the skin. The 6.5-litre V12 at the core of the car now revs harder thanks to a new exhaust system that helps produce 544 kilowatts of power, 29 more than before. Engineers also redesigned the car's suspension, adding magnetically adjustable shock absorbers and four-wheel steering that utterly transformed the car's handling. While the old car used to push its nose wide with frustrating understeer, the new one does this.
Oh yeah! Wow! What a machine! That V12 engine is absolutely brutal, and the transmission on this thing, it is just like a race car. This is one of the last cars to still use a single clutch automated manual transmission, and I have to say I really like the car for it. Here on the track it just feels like a weapon. So we've driven the new car back to back with the old one, and you really find that one of the main changes is that this car is so much more agile than before. The Aventador is a big car, there's no two ways about it. But the four-wheel steering system that's in the new car really does a lot to transform the way that it feels on the road. Lamborghini say the system reduces the effective length of its wheelbase by 5 centimetres, which is quite a lot, making it feel much more nimble than before. Machine to drive on track, and the new active steering system too, which has been reworked, means you barely have to use any steering lock while you're on the track. Just little turns. You can basically nail your hands through 9 and 3, keep them there, and that will do all that you need to. Lamborghini's changes to this car have made its performance more accessible than before, and yet the car is more engaging as well. This is a car that really works with you, whether you want to go out and set really fast lap times or just go and be a hooligan. It is an absolute joy to drive. So one of the big changes to this car is that it now has a customizable driving mode. So in the past it had street, sport and racetrack settings, so now you can tailor the car to suit your driving style via the Ego setting down here, which is all about you as an individual. I think it's kind of poetic that Lamborghini went there, and probably a reflection that they know a little bit about their owners as well. The Aventador is a visceral experience. It's still an absolute animal. I have to thank Lamborghini so much for continuing this spirit. A lot of cars these days are becoming a bit more sanitized and user-friendly. The Aventador is still a menace. And I love
it. In short, the updated car is a revelation. It looks, goes and steers exactly as a Lamborghini should. There's no doubt the Aventador S is a sensational car, but it's far from perfect. A chief complaint attached to the car is its ISR gearbox. I absolutely loved the paddle shift unit on the track, where it contributes to the sense of drama of driving such a special car. But it's pretty ordinary on the road, difficult to modulate when creeping along at low speed, and quite interesting in the rain, where a hard shift under power can break traction for all 4 tyres. Still, I kinda like that. There's no room in the cabin, visibility is crap, and I really don't want to spend the best part of 10 grand for a reversing camera and parking sensors particularly if I also just paid 30 grand for carbon fibre touches on the lower parts of the bumpers. The test examples we drove had around $100,000 in optional extras, and that builds on a price just shy of $790,000. Value is questionable for the Aventador, which can cost up to $1 million and in its basic form costs twice as much as the more livable but still astonishing Lamborghini Huracan. And this definitely isn't twice the car. It's irrelevant to 99.99% of buyers and barely usable to those who can afford this car. It really doesn't make much sense for Australian roads, and I love that.
Lamborghini did a great job with the Aventador S, taking one of the most extreme cars on sale and turning it up another notch. The result is incredible, and it's great to see that the wild supercar is still alive.